Good to see everybody today. Let's come to a nice comfortable seat in the chair. You can scoot forward a little bit. And if you wanted to start with a block between your feet or even between your thighs or both, sometimes it can be nice. It just gives you a little feedback. It gives you a little support, something to work against. Completely not necessary. So no worries if you don't have anything close. And before we sit quietly for a few moments, let's give the shoulders a nice little roll out. And you can roll forward a few times. Good, and then back. And then feel those shoulder heads press back, shoulder blades release down your back. You can take your hands on top of your thighs. Allow your eyelids to close. Take a nice deep inhale through your nose. And open your mouth. Sigh the breath out, let it go. Ha. Smooth, full, deep inhale. And open your mouth, let the breath go. Ha. Couple more times like that, just at your pace. With the exhale, see if you can release a little tension that might be lurking in the shoulders, in the neck area. And then you can seal your lips, start to inhale through your nose. And then also exhale through your nose. So you're finding that rhythm of your ujjayi breath. So maybe constricting the sides of your throat a little bit. You can hear that soft rush of air in the back of your throat. It is a heating breath, so if it feels like too much today, you're just inhaling and exhaling through your nose. You're keeping it nice and easy. And as much as possible, you're bringing your attention to that sound of your breath. So you're using the breath as a focal point. You're using the breath to help you quiet the mind, focus the attention. And just know that some days it's easy to drop into that place. Some days it's a little more challenging. So know that it doesn't have to look perfect. There's value in the act of trying, doing the best that you can. And hopefully as we're here together a little longer, as we breathe and move together, it will become a little easier. So your choice here, you're either going to keep your eyes closed if that's feeling good, if it's helping you to internally focus a little more. If you'd like to open them up and just keep your gaze soft and gentle, you can. We're just going to go right into some neck stretching. So allow your chin to drop towards your chest. Might not be very far starting out, especially if the back of the neck is feeling extra tight. You might find that the shoulders start to creep up around your ears. So just soften them down. Visualize the breath going to the back of the neck, opening up a little space, creating a little ease. Good. Inhale, lift your chin. And then exhale, just start to bring your gaze in the direction of that right shoulder. Might not get all the way there. You keep that breath smooth and steady. You've got that inhale through your nose, that exhale through your nose. And then start to drop your chin towards your chest here. And that's going to take it more into the back of the neck, the left shoulder, trapezius muscle. Again, you're going to try to keep that left shoulder releasing down. Good. Inhale, lift your chin. Exhale, come back to center. Take a nice deep inhale here. And then we're going to exhale, start to make that quarter turn to the left. So you're moving towards bringing your gaze in the direction of that left shoulder. It might not get all the way there. Being mindful to keep both shoulders releasing down. And that's going to be harder to maintain if the neck, the right side here is a little tighter. Good, and then perhaps start to drop your chin. And that's going to intensify the stretching that you're feeling on the right side of your neck, those scalene muscles, trapezius, top of the shoulder. It might feel really different than the other side. Good, inhale, lift your chin. And then exhale, bring your gaze back to center. And then again here, just drop your chin towards your chest. And we're going to see if it feels a little different. It might not yet. And just being mindful here to keep those shoulders releasing down. They love to like creep up around the ears and help out. And then if your eyes are still closed, go ahead and blink them open here. Let's keep the chin tucked, but we're gonna actually just exhale and start to roll down. You can let the fingertips release down. And then inhale, you can roll up. You can press your hands into your thighs so it's almost like you're coming into a little cobra pose. And then exhale, it's like a little cat-cow here. Round in, release all the way down. And then inhale. Find that little half forward fold. Beautiful. As you exhale, belly button presses to the back of the spine. You roll down. And then let's hang out here for a couple of breaths. You can release your fingertips down if that feels good. Just kind of using the weight of gravity here to help you traction your spine. And then go ahead and slowly start to roll on up. You can use your hands to help you press up. You might get a little head rush after that forward fold. So coming to this nice tall seat, and then let's just isolate that cat-cow movement. So more classic shape, inhale, rock forward on your sit bones. As you exhale, you rock to the backs of your sit bones. You drop your chin towards your chest. Inhaling, arching. Exhaling, rounding in. We're finding this flexion and extension in the spine. We're finding this movement with our breath. And I invite you to just find a pace that feels really good and organic in your body today. A few more rounds. Maybe you're starting to notice that your spine is feeling a little different. Good. So finish up the round you're on. You can come back to a nice tall seat. So finding that nice Tadasana, mountain pose. I'm going to go ahead and just put my blocks off to the side here. Good. And then let's release the arms down by the sides. Let's inhale, take the arms out wide. You can feel those shoulder blades plugging in towards each other on the mid-back as you exhale. Twist to the right. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, twist to the left. Good, inhale to center. Nice work. As you exhale, twist to the right. Stay here as you inhale, really stretch out through your arms. And then exhale, release your hands down. Good, so just finding this twist. Your left hand can be on your left thigh or your right thigh. It kind of just depends on what feels best in your body right now. Good, let's keep in the twist here. Go ahead and reach your right arm out, palm facing up. And then as you exhale, take that arm up and over. So we're getting a little side stretch. Along with the twist, you could be looking up underneath that top arm. Good. Let's inhale upright. Take an exhale here, and then inhale, open up that left arm. Good. Exhale, twist left. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist right. Inhale back to center. And then exhale, twist to the left. Take a deep inhale, stretch out. And then as you exhale, release your hands down. So that back hand's giving you a little support to keep your spine nice and tall. Right hand's giving you a little leverage, whether it's on your right leg or your left leg, to wrap those right ribs to the left. Shoulder blades are releasing down your spine. You might be moving your gaze in the direction of that left shoulder. You're keeping it soft and gentle. And breath is smooth, steady. Okay, we're going to stay in the twist here. You can reach that left arm out, palm facing up, and then exhale, take it up and over. So we're getting a little side stretch with this twist. Continue to wrap those right ribs to the left. Maybe you're gazing up underneath the top arm. Listen to that sound of your breath. All right, so inhale, just upright yourself, reach those left fingertips back. Take an exhale here, and then unwind and inhale that right arm off to the side. Let's inhale, take the arms out and up. Good, and then spin the palms to face out. Exhale, press down. Inhale, palms face forward, reach forward and up. Exhale, reach forward and down. Find that external rotation. Inhale, arms reach out and up. And then spin the palms to face out. Exhale, out and down. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, forward and down. And let's take the hands to our thighs and then just start to make some little circles in the hips. So just moving in one direction, and you're paying attention to how your lower body is feeling. These circles can be big, they can be small. And then let's start to switch directions here. Good, go ahead and come back to a nice tall seat. And you can kind of readjust here, just peek down, make sure that you still have your feet about hips distance apart, your ankles are underneath your knees. We're gonna come into a crescent pose. So options to keep your legs like this. If you'd like to extend, your left leg to straight, you can take that variation. And release the arms by our sides. Inhale, take the arms out and up. And then let's go ahead and exhale, cactus the arms. And you can kind of think wrists leaning back, elbows stretching forward, so you're really opening up the chest. And then inhale, reach up. Exhale again, find those cactus arms. Inhale. Exhale, maybe you're bringing your gaze slightly up. Beautiful, inhale. And then exhale here. Take an inhale, straighten the arms. Full exhale, and then another inhale. Exhale, we're gonna twist to the right again. Stretch out, and then you can release your hands down. So left hand can be on left thigh. It can come to the outside of that right foot. And especially if you've got these crescent pose legs, maybe this twist feels a little different than the one we just did. And then you have the option, if you'd like, to either stay here if this is feeling good. If you'd like to start to hinge forward at your waist, you might bring your left elbow somewhere on that right thigh and then press your right palm into your left palm. As the palms press, that gives you a little more leverage to twist in a little deeper. Just notice how as the twist gets a little deeper, it becomes more challenging to get a full inhale. Another deep inhale here. And then as you exhale, start to unwind. We're going to take a little forward fold. So you can rest your hands on your thighs. If you have a table in front of you, you could rest your hands there. You might also use your blocks. And feel free to let your chin drop towards your chest. Especially if you have that left leg extended, you might be getting a little hamstring stretch. If for any reason it feels too intense, you just find a little more bend in that knee. Good. So as you inhale, you can come to your fingertips, find that lengthening through the sides of your waist. As you exhale, you can take your hands to your thighs, and then inhale, you can press yourself up here. Let's release the arms by the sides one more time here, and then inhale, take the arms out and up. This time maybe gaze up, press palms. Couple of breaths here. As you exhale, release hands down, and we'll move into our second side. So if you have your left leg extended, go ahead and bring that leg back in, moving on to this right side. Again, option to stay here like this, that works. Maybe you extend that right leg to straight, and it's absolutely fine if one side is a little bit different than the other. Okay, so releasing arms by your sides. As you inhale, arms reach out and up, and then we're going to find that cactus shape again. So as you exhale, bend at the elbows, kind of leaning the wrists back. You feel those shoulder blades squeeze in towards each other. Inhale, reaching up, maybe gazing up. And exhale. Give yourself a little resistance as you pull down. Beautiful work as you inhale. Stretch up. Couple more of these. Exhale. Inhale, reach up. And then exhale. Stay here, but inhale, take the arms out wide. Nice deep inhale. And exhale. Twist to the left. Really stretch out here. And then you can release your hands down. So you're thinking a little cobra pose in the upper body. Your sternum is lifting up towards the ceiling. You're wrapping your right ribs to the left. You're keeping your breath smooth and steady. This side might feel a lot different in your body, so you're kind of observing that, taking note. And then again, you have the option to stay here like this. If you'd like to move a little deeper into this twist, maybe you start to hinge forward and you can hook that right elbow somewhere on that left leg, left palm presses into that right palm. That helps you to spin the right side of your body up towards the ceiling a little more. Neck is just an extension of the spine here. Trying to keep those inhales smooth and deep and steady as much as possible in this deeper twist. Good, one more deep inhale here. And then as you exhale, we're gonna unwind and take a forward fold. So getting that hamstring stretch, just helping the spine to release here, getting a little tractioning. Your chin drops towards your chest. As you inhale, you can bring your hands to your thighs, start to extend forward. And then coming all the way up, might get a little head rush after that forward fold. Release your arms by your sides. Inhale, take the arms out and up. Couple of breaths here, just in this basic crescent pose. You might press your palms, you might gaze up. And as you exhale, release the hands down by your sides. Let's go ahead and bend that right knee if you extended that leg to straight. Okay, releasing your arms by your sides. Just a little side to side flow here. So getting that side stretch, but moving with the breath. As you inhale, take that left arm up and over, side bend to the right. And exhale, release. Inhale, right arm up and over. Exhale, release. Good, inhale. Exhale. Good, right arm up on the inhale. And exhale. And then I invite you to just, again, move with your breath here. So your pace might be a little different than mine. Some days we want to stretch things out. Some days it feels a little more intuitive to move faster. The next time you're leaning off to the right, let's just hang out there. Really extend through your left fingertips, even as you anchor down into that left sit bone. You can feel those right ribs spinning gently up towards the ceiling. You might even be bringing your gaze up. Good. As you exhale, release that left arm down, and then inhale, right arm comes up and over, side bending to the left. Both sit bones pressing, especially that right one. And then from that place of anchoring, you're extending through those right fingertips, spinning your left ribs up towards the ceiling. Good. Exhale, release. Come to your Tadasana, mountain pose. Let's give the shoulders another little roll out here. Maybe just observe if they're feeling a little more open. It's a little less tension there and in your neck. All right. And then from our mountain pose, let's come into a hip opener. So a few options. You can either find a little external rotation in that right leg. Go as far as feels good, as far as you're feeling a little stretching. In this variation, you're going to also get more stretch on the inseam of the leg. So if that's something that you're craving today, this might be the direction to go. Other option is to cross your right ankle above that left knee. This is definitely going to be more focused on that glute area, hip area. So they're both good. They're both doing similar things, but slightly different. So find the variation that is working for you on this side. And then we're just going to be here for a few breaths, probably more than a few. You're doing this variation that I'm in and you feel like you need a little more, you can take your right hand and gently just press that right thigh down towards the floor. If you're in that seated version, you might be pressing back. And for a lot of us, just coming into these poses, we feel a lot of sensation without adding any extra. So if that's where you're at, you're doing exactly what you need to be doing. Good. Let's release our arms by our sides here. Inhale, take the arms out wide. Exhale, twist right. Take a deep inhale here. Really reach out through your fingertips. And then exhale, release hands down. So depending upon what shape you're in, left hand can be on left thigh. You've got that right ankle crossed over. Your hand can be resting on that shin, anywhere. And then again, maybe getting curious about how this twist feels different with a different configuration in our legs. So there's going to be subtle changes. So we're trying to key into those. We're trying to notice. And take a smooth, full, deep inhale. As you exhale, unwind. And then again, we're going to just intensify things a little bit, coming into a forward fold. So hands can be resting anywhere on your legs. They can be resting on a desk in front of you. You might be able to place your blocks underneath your hands. And you also might find that you don't have to forward fold very far for things to start to intensify and heat up. So I'm getting a pretty deep outer right hip stretch here. I'm feeling it in my glute. It's fairly intense. Just know that some days that's the way it is. Our bodies are always a little different every time we come to our yoga practice. Different things going on. All right, so as you inhale, you can lengthen forward. Take your hands to your thighs and then inhale, press up. Very nice. Uncross that right ankle or bring that right leg in. Find your Tadasana. This is like our home base here. We're going to take that second side. And again, second side might look different than the first. We're looking for some kind of external rotation in this left leg, whether you're opening that leg up or taking your left ankle above your right knee. Several rounds of breath here, just in this initial pose. And it's, seems simple enough, but it can be quite intense. If you're feeling like you need more, you can give yourself like a little adjustment, a little extra. That might not be necessary. And then you're also getting curious about how this side feels different than the other side. All right, so let's release our arms by our sides here. Inhale, take the arms out wide. And exhale, twist to the left. Nice deep inhale, find lots of length. And then exhale. Once again, finding a twist, different configuration with the legs, so it's going to feel a little different. We've also, because we've twisted a lot, this might be feeling a little easier. So you might be twisting in a little deeper. Good, deep inhale. As you exhale, unwind, come back to center. We're going to take our forward fold. So use any props that you need. You need not fold in very deep. Just kind of letting gravity help you traction your spine here. All right, so inhale and make your way up. Come back to Tadasana shape. Before we move into some breath work, let's just do a few of our Ardha Surya Namaskaras, our half sun salutes. Blocks can be a good thing to use here. So on either side of your feet, not necessary. As you inhale, take the arms out and up. As you exhale, hinge, forward fold in. Inhale, lengthen forward. Beautiful. As you exhale, you fold back in. And then inhale, you can use your hands to help you roll up. You can use a little core to reach out and up. And as you exhale, hands come together at your heart. So let's do 3 more of these. I'm not going to cue you. You're going to move with your breath. If these aren't feeling right for you right now, you could simply sit quietly. You could come into cat-cow. Enjoy how it feels to connect movement with the breath here. Give yourself permission to take up lots of space, to find this sense of ease and gracefulness in your body. Your eyes might even be closed here if you feel safe and steady. Good. As you finish up that 3rd round, come back to your Tadasana, palms together at your heart. You take a few rounds of breath and just check in and notice how you're feeling. Good. Blink your eyes open here. Let's come into a little nadi shodhana today, so our alternate nostril breathing. So give the wrists a little circle out. Go in both directions. Good. And then you can do some finger pops. Maybe we get fireworks, maybe we don't. What's the trick? Come on, Zoom. Fireworks. All right. And then kind of bend your fingers down towards your wrists and pull up. Good. So let's start with our right hand today. As you know, we're blocking the nostrils. You can use any finger variation that you want. The classical mudra is second and third finger bend in. Ring and pinky finger are kind of becoming one. So find that bony part of your nose and then move down a little bit. So that's the spot we want to be. We're going to be mindful that this right shoulder and elbow don't start to lift. So you feel both shoulder blades releasing down. You might even feel like you're gently tucking your chin a little bit here. And close your eyes. Left hand is just resting on that left thigh. Let's take a nice, smooth, deep inhale through both nostrils. Full, complete exhale through both nostrils. And let's block right, inhale left. Exhale left. Block left, inhale right. Exhale right. Block right, inhale left. Exhale left. Block left, inhale right. Exhale right. Block right, inhale left. Exhale left. Block left, inhale right. Exhale right. Block right, inhale left. Exhale left. Block left, inhale right. Exhale right. Block right, inhale left. Exhale left. Block left, inhale right. Exhale right. Good, release your right hand down. Inhale through both nostrils. And exhale through both nostrils. And then let's move to our left hand. So find your setup. Again, inhaling through both nostrils. And exhaling. Good, block left, inhale right. Exhale right. Block right, inhale left. Exhale left. Block left, inhale right. Exhale right. Block right, inhale left. Exhale left. Block left, inhale right. Exhale right. Block right, inhale left. Exhale left. Block left, inhale right. Exhale right. Block right, inhale left. Exhale left. Block left, inhale right. Exhale right. Block right, inhale left. Exhale left. You'd release your left hand down. Inhale through both nostrils. And exhale. And observing how you feel after that breath work. And moving into some sort of final resting pose. You might stay exactly where you are, but it's going to feel a little different. You're inviting in this sense of receptivity, of surrender, of rest. You are more than welcome to take a different shape if that feels more relaxing to you. A supported child's pose. You could use a table in front of you. You could come into a classic shavasana. So whatever you need here to soak up these final few moments of class. Asato ma satgamaya. Tamaso ma jyotirgamaya. Mrityama mritam gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om. All right, let your next inhale be deeper. And open your mouth, sigh the breath out, let it go, ha. And then start to bring a little movement back to your body. So circle ankles, wrists, wiggle fingers, toes, stretch out. And you'll eventually land with your hands in a pile on top of your heart. And sending yourself love and gratitude, sending your body love and gratitude, and each other love and gratitude. Thank yourself for showing up, for making the effort, for working hard. And just promise yourself you're going to carry a little of this good feeling with you into the rest of the day, week, weekend ahead. And finally, just bow your head with a smile. Beautiful work, everybody. Thank you. Great to see you. We're all twisted out.